In this example, we're going to use ratios to solve application problems. So the directions read, represent the following scenarios as ratios in the indicated ways, and then in the second part we're going to use the information to answer the corresponding questions. So let's highlight our given information. Maureen went to the aquarium. There was a giant fish tank holding only blue and orange fish. A sign on the tank said there were 2 blue fish for every 3 orange fish. Write the following ratios in fraction form and include units in your answers. Okay. So first we want the ratio of blue fish to orange fish. Well, that would be, I'm going to put BL for blue, and you can do that too if you want to abbreviate this, for 3 orange, or 2/3. And again, it's okay to write the ratios this way, but we want to keep what the numbers are representing for our reference, especially now that we're using it to solve application problems. Now we have ratio of orange fish to blue fish. Well, there's 3 orange fish for every 2 blue fish, which is 3 to 2. The ratio of blue fish to both colors of fish. Okay. So the blue fish is 2. And if we add both colors, there would be a total of 5 compared to the blue. So it's 2 blue to 5, we'll put both, or 2 to 5. And the ratio of orange fish to both colors of fish, well, there's 3 orange. We found we're going to compare that to 5 of both colors, or 3 to 5. Okay. So now we're going to use this information. We're going to need to determine which information is useful to solve application problems. So let's get our highlighter ready. Maureen asked the tour guide how many blue and orange fish there were in total. The tour guide said there were approximately 90 of these fish. Use this information in the double number lines below to represent the scenario. Then approximate how many blue fish are in the tank and how many orange fish are in the tank. So here's our diagram for blue fish. So notice we have, this is what we're calling a double number line. The first one is labeled ratio of blue fish to both colors of fish, and this is labeled total numbers of fish. Okay, so we know that there's 90 fish in total. Okay, and based on the last part, we know the ratio of blue fish to both colors of fish, was 2 to 5. So there's 2 blue for every 5 of both colors. Okay. So 2/5 of the total number of fish, 2 for every 5, are going to be blue. So let's use this diagram to split this up. Well, our denominator, that's the number of pieces we want to cut this in, so we're going to cut into 5 pieces, which is 4 tick marks. Okay, this isn't going to be perfect, but again, we assume it is. Okay, so these pieces are obviously smaller, but we have 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 pieces, 4 pieces, 5 pieces. So this would be 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and 1 equals 5/5. And the ratio that's blue is 2/5, which is right here. Now we want to see what this would correspond to in terms of the total fish. So we're going to cut the 90 into 5 equal pieces, just like we did with the ratios. If we divide 90 by 5, that is 18. Okay, so I'm going to make these correspond. Okay, again, I could have done a better job, but just imagine these are equal segments. Okay, so if 90 divided by 5 is 18, that means each segment here is 18 more units. So this would be 18 fish total, is 1/5 of the fish. Adding another 18, we have 36. Adding another 18, that would be 54. Yes. Adding another 18 to 54 is, let's see, 72. and adding another 18 would give us 90. Okay, so notice 2/5 corresponds to 36 fish. So 2/5 of 90 is 36. Okay. So let's think about what we did so we could represent this symbolically. So we don't always, this helps us make sense of the idea, but we want to learn how to write this symbolically. So we took the 90, okay, and we're going to multiply this by a fraction. We divided it by 5, so that's the cutting part. Cut it into 5 equal pieces, so the cutting goes in the denominator. And then we took 2 copies to get 2/5 of the fish, which are blue. Okay, so notice, I'm going to write some units here. We had 90, I'll just put, oh, we used both, not total. So I'm going to put 90 both times 2 blue over 5 both. And then we're going to multiply this across. 90 times 2/5 is what gave us 36. And the reason I've been telling you about the units is I want you to see, notice how in a numerator, we can think of this as over 1, we have both up here, both types of fish here. Here it was total fish, but they were of both types, and they cancel, and we're left with blue fish. So 36 blue fish. So using these units can help you learn how to make sure you're setting up your fraction correctly, okay, your multiplying fraction. Okay. So the approximate number of blue fish in the tank is 36 blue fish. And now we want to write our corresponding proportional statement. So if you read through the packet, a proportional statement is a statement that 2 ratios are equal. Okay, so our ratios here were that, again, I'm going to start by writing units. So 2 blue for every 5 of both color is equal to the 36 blue over the 90 of both colors. Okay, and we don't want to leave it this way in general with all of those words, but again, I want you to see that we have blue over both and blue over both. So 2/5 equals 36 over 90, and this is our corresponding proportional statement. Okay, you can think of these, remember it's 2 ratios are equal, you can also think of these in terms of checking equivalent fractions. So notice if we multiply 2 times 18 we get 36, 5 times 18 is 90, so this is a true proportional statement. These 2 ratios are in fact equal. Okay, now we're going to make the same type of diagram for the orange fish. So we knew that there were 3 orange fish for every 5 total fish, and we know the total number of fish is 90. Okay, and we're doing this diagram for practice. You could actually, we know the number of blue fish, we could subtract it from the total now, but let's just use this idea. So we're going to find 3/5 by cutting this into 5 pieces. I'm going to do a better job. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a lot better than last time. So I cut this into 5 equal pieces, and the ratio of orange fish is 3/5. So 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. So here's the ratio of orange fish to total fish, or both color fish. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to divide the 90 into 5 equal pieces, just like we broke this into 5 because we want it to correspond with 3/5. We found that this was 18. We're going to line up these amounts. We're going to count by 18s. So 1 18 is 18, 2 18s is 36, 3/18 is 54, 4/18 was 72, and 5/18 is 90. And notice where they correspond, 3/5 lines up with 54 fish. So that means 54 of our fish are orange fish. Okay, so now again, let's set this up symbolically. We took our 90, okay, and again we're going to use the ratio. Okay, we divided by 5 total, and then we multiplied or found 3 copies. Okay. So notice this is just multiplying the 90 fish by the ratio of orange fish to both color fishes. Is that a word? I'm not sure. Okay, so we have 270 over 5, which is going to be 54. Okay, now again, notice how units can help you. If you have 90, we'll put both color fish times 3 orange over 5 of both colors. You can see that the boths cancel, and when you multiply across, your result will be the number of orange fish, because orange is what remains. Okay, so that's very useful for helping you set this up. So the approximate number of orange fish in the tank is 54 orange fish. Our corresponding proportional statement, well, we have 3 orange is to 5 total. Or we'll put both colors, is equal to 54 orange over 90 total, or of both colors, or I'll put an arrow, we don't want to put equals really. 3/5 equals 54 over 90.